Don't buy ships.
Give me some.
Yeah, share, please.
Donate to.
I can buy a
fixing my
javelin.
Corvette.
I need 3 grand.
I hate it. I fucking hate it.
What?
It looks better with the black though. That's for sure.
Why are we not airing this?
Heretic talking about how much he hates everything.
No, all of us going ba 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 da, ba, ba.
Shut up.
All of us stepping out.
Oh, y'all are just upset by the intro. It's amazing. See, but no. Welcome to the 30K, the most unwanted live show in all of Star Citizen. I am Qualar with Ethereal, Saalfeld, Every, Heretic, LivingCrysis, Sarlacc, and Casey.
Hi.
Yeah, welcome. The theme of this week's 30K is food and fire. Anything related to food and related to fire, so basically anything in between. So,
Sounds
nachos,
like every
tacos.
time I decide to cook.
Yeah.
Right.
Gian to
I-
food.
I can confirm. He just his steaks are burnt to like a crisp. It's kind of disgusting.
Well, I mean, considering every time we eat, or we eat this podcast, every time we do this podcast, half of the panel here is eating. So,
It's dinner time. Shut up.
perfectly fair. Speaking of dinner time, the question of the day for the panel, and then I'll let y'all introduce yourselves and open this up for discussion. Is what is your favorite snack to eat while traveling in Star Citizen in real life? You know, during Quantum, those time periods you're mining,
Hey,
mining
Qualar.
for several hours. Yeah.
Just so you know, our end is a little on the buggy side. We can't see what you see.
Can't see what I see.
No.
Oh, that's
No, yeah, all we see is starting soon.
All we see is starting soon. We
Oh,
can't
really?
talk. Yeah.
That's not what you're supposed to
Technical
say.
difficulties. Yeah, just keep the YouTube stream up. Anyway, I think I don't really snack while I'm playing too much.
No.
No.
Funny enough, it's for me. It's the same thing I had last stream:
Double
tortilla
up.
chips and salsa.
For
Favorite
me,
snack to eat in Star Citizen. Go ahead, Ethereal. I gotta think about this one.
oh, I was gonna say, usually I open like Netflix and I'll like on my second monitor, and I'll be eating popcorn.
Ooh,
This
yeah,
is-
popcorn would be good.
This is
Oh,
where
man.
the phrase "ethereal rotted from God" it comes from.
Cashews.
I don't understand the
Cashews?
connection, but okay.
Cashews.
Do you know they come from a fruit?
Cashews come from the fruit. God, I haven't
Cashews
had
are not
Damascus
nuts.
in forever.
Yeah, I know.
I Go ahead, so.
Typically eating bread or rice. I don't know. I like carbs.
Okay, I'm bored.
Ban him. Ban heretic.
As for probably my favorite snack, it would honestly probably be donuts because that's all I ever fucking eat, despite how skinny I am.
It's
kind of
Homer
donut?
Simpson.
And only a
Average
few of us would
Canadian.
say, you
Ever's got
lucky
the
bastard.
Yeah, what kind of donuts?
Honestly, it depends on
What
the
kind of
day.
donuts?
Look, it depends on the day and what they have at my local fucking Tim Hortons.
You're telling me you have a donut of the day?
Oh,
Is there like a donut of the day for
he's
you?
eating Timbits.
Yeah. Well,
Timbits?
sometimes I have Timbits.
Yeah, donut holes at Tim
Yeah,
Hortons.
they're
called Timbits.
they're called Timbits at Tim Hortons.
It's a Canadian thing. You wouldn't understand.
No,
Yeah,
I
it's
wouldn't
Cana-
understand.
yeah.
Yeah.
I call them. We either call them Munchkins because that's what Dunkin' Donuts calls them.
Yeah.
Well, that's what
Let's
Dunkin'
go.
Donuts calls them.
Dunkin'
Yeah.
Donuts is garbage.
Dunkin' Donuts
I
is
agree.
cream or
Krispy
nothing.
Kreme, nothing.
You want to know what sucks? There is a Krispy Kreme in Toronto, but not in the capital where I live. So I've never had Krispy Kreme in my life, and I fucking hate
Well, you have
that.
to take a road trip and learn
Yeah.
the fantastic truth that is Krispy Kreme.
Krispy Kreme.
See,
Yeah,
no. Everyone here needs to calm down. Apparently, I've never had the opportunity to actually go myself to this illustrious place known as Voodoo Donuts. But here in Portland, since I grew up here, every time there was donuts anywhere, it was Voodoo Donuts. People would go like 2 hours into Portland and come back
Well,
with
I think
slightly
you might need to blow
stale.
some of that per diem on donut delivery.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
well, hey,
This
to be fair,
$75. I can't just be wasting it all on
That is
donuts.
true.
I'm already
To
a
be fair-
fat.
Oh yeah, I absolutely can.
I've had Voodoo
And
Donuts.
you absolutely should.
The Voodoo Donuts actually here in Orlando. Universal has them in City Walk, and it's like a 2-hour line just to get in to buy a donut, to
Holy
buy a
crap.
single donut. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
I
2
can't-
hours to Portland and then 2 hours in line and then 2 hours back, and your donuts are stale, but they're still worth it. Apparently, I don't know.
See, I love
as someone that lives in Florida, I can confirm that part that Qualar said.
I've been there and they're just regular donuts.
Every just said screw your Voodoo Donuts. They're just normal donuts. Nothing excitable about the Voodoo.
what I
Actually,
love.
They're just cool
have a-
shapes.
We have a decent donut shop here. You just walk in there, you get your donuts, you walk out. They're cheap as hell and they're good. And there's nothing
That's,
wrong with
that's
that.
the mission.
To be honest, cheap donuts are the best donuts. What can I say?
Uh-huh.
anything cheap is
No.
Unless they have
that's-
decent coffee
that's a-
and their donuts are okay.
Listen, that's a lie. The best
They
donuts are
have
free
bomb Mexican
donuts.
food too.
Okay, being totally honest, like it all depends on how fresh they are. Like any donut can be good if they're freshly baked or fried or whatever. But if you have one that's been sitting there all day, it's
Yeah, may as well just go to a gas station. At
yeah,
that point.
exactly.
fair enough. I mean,
All right, well that's snack chat.
It's that. Well, hey, it's the whole show, okay? I myself fancy a pint of Guinness and hot Cheetos is like all I usually eat during stuff
Good.
season.
You're eating your hot Cheetos with chopsticks so you don't get Cheeto dust all over your keyboard.
Oh, there's an idea.
I'm not usually one to get Cheeto dust on my finger. I don't know. I don't know if I got just like naturally greasy fingers.
You got Teflon
Nah.
fingers? I mean,
I guess I'm not really sure to be honest. Like maybe I should get that
Nah.
checked out. Like I don't get.
So
Cheeto
I'm
dust
basically-
working on rockets.
Basically,
That
what
could be
Qualar
good.
is saying, what Qualar is saying is he eats Guinness line Cheetos. He just like dips them in the
Dips his
Guinness.
hot Cheetos in Guinness. Yeah.
yeah.
dips it off like, oh, I can't get the Cheeto
Gross.
dust on there. Let me get some bar sugar on there. Let's see. No. Go through.
Well, we got Rushes in the chat who says nuts and dried cranberries.
Hell yeah.
It's like check.
Are you
sorry.
nuts?
oh, that's
Are
Logi.
you nuts? Is that Logi? Oh, neat.
I think so.
He's making an obscure reference.
I
My
honestly
favorite-
thought Heretic was gonna say the souls of his enemies because he's the ginger.
I
What
love that.
souls?
Although
I already
am,
took them.
I am now interested in like a donut of the week from Heretic now, knowing that he's got some.
There
donuts.
is no like donut of the week thing. I just go there, I see what they have, and I'm like, I want that, and then I'm gone.
What's your favorite
So they
donut?
sell a lot of stuff, so you just get what they have.
He doesn't have a favorite donut. He's not allowed to.
Honestly, I don't.
Secret
I
soul.
think
As long as
Voodoo,
it's sweet, I
Voodoo
like
actually
it.
has a donut of the week though, or like
So does
donut of the
Dunkin'
day, and
Donuts.
it cycles weekly.
God damn it, we're not as sophisticated in Canada. We don't have donuts of the week.
Dunkin' Donuts has donuts of the week down in Tampa.
Hey. Give Heretic a break.
Primitive
His
society.
PayPal's on lockdown right now, okay?
I'm mad!
You can't buy some donuts. This PayPal don't work. No, donuts allowed. Oh my god. This is stupid. Alright, well, it's time for for the first game of the night. We're gonna play round number-
Wait, we skipped intros.
No, we didn't do intros.
No, because he wants to do them during the game.
What? We could do intros.
Jeopardy style.
We were talking about donuts. We're leading into the next game. And going
Oh,
around
God.
For
things,
20
some people
minutes,
like
go.
going around. Alright, so, you know,
They don't care who we are.
Nah, exactly. We don't fucking care who you go. We're moving forward. You guys just don't need to introduce yourselves. I already said all your names. I can say your name again. I'm not going to. We're gonna move forward. Alright. Mr. Saalfeld, you've been chosen. You're gonna be the first contestant on News Around the Verse tonight. Only because
Let's see if my
you haven't
lore's up
played
to
the
date.
game
I'm
before.
probably gonna screw this up.
Oh yes, see, you actually are right. Interesting that you were aware of this. The very first game is News Around the Verse, which is a game about the lore of Star Citizen, recently relevant to the current update in the universe, or just the theme of the week, which in this case, it is food. The question for you, Mr. Saalfeld, is discovered in 2450. This fruit, also called the Yar fruit, was named for the ease with which it falls off its parent plant and clings to clothing and skin. And the question for you is, what is the name of that food? The alternate name for this food. Is it the clingy colander? The Tasha Yar? New Star Trek. That's the name of the fruit. The leaping lemon? Or the jumping lime?
Oh no.
For our Spanish-speaking listeners, lemons are the yellow ones and limes are the green ones.
Is there a difference in Spanish?
Yeah. In Spanish,
Yeah.
it's the same word.
It's the same word?
Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
know it was the same
Yeah, it's
word.
very
I just know
confusing.
limon
If you go to a
is,
Mexican restaurant and you ask for lemons, they don't know what you're
Bring
talking
you
about.
lime.
They-
Yeah, you gotta be like the yellow one. Yeah,
24
they're both
50.
limon.
Called
Yeah.
the Yar fruit. It's not gonna have its own. Well, this is also Star Citizen. Oh man,
Or what-
ABC.
I'm gonna go with Leaping Lemon just because I'm quirky like that. I guess.
Oh, leafy lemon. Wow, he really going through. All right, you got.
Almost like he hasn't.
They're
played the
literally
game.
in every box.
you got 15
every
seconds.
white
Final
box.
answer.
Oh wait.
15 seconds.
Wait.
Are they actually the?
They're in the game. Yes, they fruit.
I
are-
know they're in the game. I'm like, I
can
haven't
do it.
played in so long, and I don't look at boxes really hard. Are they the Tasha Yar? I can't remember.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
That's a little.
Sarlacc. I haven't sat there with my
He
head
says
in the
C.
box.
He
for a
says
good
C.
I know he's.
I said C. I don't even care.
Listen,
Leaping
listen.
lemons. I am a double
There
L
are-
kind of guy. L right here.
There are a lot of TNG references in Star Citizen, but one of the fruits is not literally Tasha Yar. That would be too much.
No,
I know.
the name of the fruit is the Yar fruit, which is also called the jumping lime, because it essentially jumps off the plant and sticks to you. Which actually, you know what's really interesting, I never really thought about this and only really learned this after reading this lore bit about the fruit. That explains why they're in basically every freaking bunker in the universe. Because they're everywhere.
People slough them off at every place and just
Yeah,
leave
you
them
just
behind.
shit them off and they just end up in boxes. And it's actually a decent lore reason as to why you see them everywhere.
Man, could
They
you just
shouldn't
imagine
roll
going
away
through
when you
Quantum?
drop them. Then they should just
They're in-
stick where you drop them.
Could you
They-
imagine going through Quantum? You know, arriving at a bunker on Microtech after traveling from Crusader, and then going, huh? Brushing it off your shoulder.
Just getting it all.
Or you get
Yeah, I get
stopped by security and they ask you if you have anything to declare and you're like no and they're like yes you have a bunch of illegal fruit.
This is
Listen,
one of the things.
Got the
I wanna
jumping
point-
limes, gentlemen. Get them.
This is
All
one of
I'm
the
saying-
things I want to point out with Star Citizen is There is lore about everything. You see that speck of dust? There's probably a 10-page lore article about that dust.
Actually, it's
Yeah,
probably not
which
10
is good.
pages. It's probably a paragraph, and it explains too much, but nothing at the same time.
So weirdly enough,
Like this one.
this section. Well, actually, no. This is really funny. Weirdly enough, this is literally a paragraph, and I think it was a 5-paragraph lore post about this specific fruit.
And guys, don't worry.
It's a very long
Don't worry.
post.
Next week, the Astro Historian will release a video for it.
Let's go!
Listen, all I'm saying is, what I'm hearing is the jumping lime is an invasive species of fruit.
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm not even sure where Centauri 2 is in relation to Stanton, but apparently it
Space.
makes its way
Centauri 2 is.
Look, all I know
The
is where
Centauri
Stanton is
is-
because CIG won't give us pyro.
Hold up, I'm pulling up Starlink, or yeah, it's Starlink, isn't it?
Star map.
Yeah.
Astro
Star Map.
Star
Star
Map
map,
or
whatever
whatever.
it is.
Yeah,
It's
pull up
really
Elon
weird.
Musk's satellite network. That'll
Why
work.
you
That'll help.
That'll work.
Oh, well, he's trying to figure out where Centauri 2 is and how we can eradicate the pandemic of jumping limes across
Arc.
the Stanton universe. Miss Every, I'm gonna give you the option. Would you like to do the next question? If not, I'm gonna pass it to Heretic.
I'll
Sure.
have you.
Yeah? Alright. Every's up for question number 2, and this one's gonna be a fun one. This is a special one, eh? Alright, we got a graph. This is a Xi'an food pyramid circle. Food circle, I guess? But it's related to question 2, and it may or may not help you. I figured it'd be useful. It's actually one of the few things I found that actually had a nice little weird ancient image on it. The question for
Cool.
you is, every Xi'an dish is constructed to balance texture with intensity of flavor based on what number of taste, textures, and unfavorable qualities? Essentially, the Xi'an basically just mix and match a bunch of different flavors and tastes, and says this is the best dish, and this is how they prepare everything. And so they have a set number of taste, textures, and unfavorable qualities using that little food pyramid they have there to determine what is the optimum food. So do they use 3 numbers of taste, textures, and unfavorable qualities? 13, 32, or the holy number 69? Heretic, that's, we don't joke
Nice.
about this. This is a very serious,
Nice.
very serious question here.
Very serious, I see.
Now, I see. I know Saalfeld's trying to think of his Xi'an lore history.
I already found where
Really
it is.
thinking about that history, eh?
Well, it's gonna you have to think about it. The Xi'an are a specific type of people. They're not. There's no such
I
thing.
bet
as a
they are, and
small
I'm sure
group.
you know about that specific kind of people.
Why'd you say it like that?
Because
Jeez.
there's 69 on the screen.
Oh.
I was more interested in the political issue about them, but it's whatever.
Well, there's
I
not-
would go with a lucky number 13 myself, but I'm not.
Alright, I've thought it over, and I'm gonna go with D69.
You're
Let's
gonna-
go!
Wow, alright. Everybody's going with 69. You got 15 seconds to change your final answer here. You're really going to go with 69. Heretic is going to have an aneurysm at the end of the discussion here.
The obvious joke answer.
No, it seems pretty legit.
Yeah,
If you really think
legit.
about it.
Yeah, seriously, it's legit.
Like, how many.
69
That's a lot of
Gotta give
flavors.
him the D.
I mean, C works too.
Oh.
For multiple reasons.
Oh, so close.
You were so close. It was
You sounded so disappointed, Qualar.
a divisible of 69, I guess.
No, dude,
Really?
you gave.
It's not.
You gave.
As a rocket
69
scientist, your math skills
I
suck.
don't know. I'm I don't have enough beer to do math yet. to go through this.
Holy.
Oh my god, I'm
13
scared.
favorable tastes, 13 favorable textures, 13 favorable qualities.
Yep. They used
13
Why-
reasons why Qualar can't do math.
Why would they put.
Wow.
How would they put unfavorable qualities in there?
I believe it's to determine, so that way they can say, like, which is absolutely the best. So they can say, like, oh, this is like super sour. Apparently the Xi'an really don't like sour foods, so like general sour and too sugary flavors are actually considered unfavorable qualities. Anything that would make your mouth dry is apparently unfavorable. So they include those in there as just a way of saying like, hey, don't eat this. It's kind of like I guess.
What about
how
spicy?
spicy food is actually pretty
So-
interesting. With
so-
Xeon. But
All of their dishes have 13 favorable tastes, 13 favorable textures, and 13 unfavorable qualities in all of their dishes.
It's like the food. No, not really. It's like a not quite like our food pyramid. It's more of a like a guideline of this is so like we would say, oh, this is spicy, this is sweet, this is sour, this is sugar.
Okay,
we have
right.
Characteristics. So
Gotcha.
what they do is they outline those 13 like, hey, these are 13 valuable tastes. And these are 13 valuable textures, and here's 13 things you
Right.
want to
So
avoid.
instead of saying things taste like crap, they have 13 ways of describing crap.
Correct. Yeah, pretty much.
It's
Okay.
it's dealing like with umami, spice, and all that deal.
Yeah.
And so it's like a way
Excellent.
of combining mixtures and stuff as different textures, like graham crackers, like s'mores and stuff like that. Is their kind of mindset, I guess. And it's kind of a rule of 3, which is pretty interesting. There's a lot more. This lore post that this came from is actually fairly extensive with their food culture.
It must be. Yeah.
But they have a rule of 3, and you kind of see it there where it talks about 3 leaves of flavor. And so every dish the Xeon make actually has 3 components to it that are incremental into how they taste and eat their food. So actually pretty
Xeon KFC would be wild in 3 secret herbs and spices.
space chickens.
Are the Xi'an the turtle people?
Yes.
Yes.
The people that made the
Okay.
terrapin.
Which
Those are
explains
jokes.
why-
The turtle people.
Explains why they don't.
No, they
like
didn't make the terrapin.
Sugary sour stuff, because I think that's a because like was it like reptiles, like amphibian, like they don't like salty foods and stuff like that. Like salty makes them like sugar up, like snails, kind of. I'm assuming that's kind of like
Okay.
some lore
I
based.
think you're looking too hard into it, man.
I'm just they're turtle people. I don't know.
Oh.
Man.
They are
So-
exactly. They're just turtle people, bro.
Update on Centauri. It's 6 jumps from Stanton.
I was about to say
You
it's
got to go through Pyro and Nyx to get there.
So
Okay, so
We're-
we won't
we're working
see it
our
for
way.
10 years.
No, dude. We're working our way to the jumping line.
yeah, we're
Homework.
starting up. We're going pyro. and we're going through. We're getting to the. We're getting
That's all
to
Star Citizen is. We're trying to find the
I'm
source.
refunding Star Citizen if I go to this planet and I don't have a lime stuck to my forehead.
How
Listen,
can it miss? Look how big it is.
Exactly!
It's pretty. Cool.
just in Centauri 2 in real life is a satellite. Just- yeah.
Well, guess what? The satellite makes fruit. Move on.
All right. Speaking of moving on,
Thumbs them a
Mr.
fur.
Heretic, you're next. You're gonna get question number 3.
God help me.
Common heretic
Final
elf.
question of news around the verse. Ready? So here's the fun one. It's like these questions get progressively longer, and so the first 2 are already decently long. And yes, this is the longest question we've ever had so far. So have fun with this.
My peanut brain will not comprehend this.
The first untapped cask of Angeli whiskey were shipped to Port Rennes in 2598. The journey unexpectedly but pleasantly changed the whiskey's flavor, prompting the launch of Redegast Homeward, which is a part of a brewing company in the universe of Star Citizen. This limited release was stored in Angeli oak barrels, but matured in 0 gravity before returning to what planetary body for its final aging? You have Magda, Microtech, Mars, or Mustafar?
Oh, we all know which one this is.
You see, here's the thing. I don't know which one this is, but I'm gonna say
Well,
Magda.
you can eliminate the ones that it's not.
This is very fair. I mean,
I'm gonna say it's Magda
I'm gonna say
because it makes sense.
it makes sense to be
Really?
It's
You've been to
logical.
Magda, right?
No, he's been to Mustafar. He's been to this airline.
You know where
factory.
Magda is,
He's
right?
from Mustafar.
Yes.
Magda's a moon of Herson.
It's really pretty. Kinda.
Magda's 2 desert planets we have. Right? Magda's a deserty planet.
Moons.
Moon. Whatever.
Planetary body.
Who's keeping track?
Your mom.
Well, actually, I was because I did specify planetary body in this because I knew Magda was the only moon. on
Raji
this
said
list.
it's obviously Mustafar.
Very obviously Mustafar. It can't be any other thing.
So we know
I'm
He
gonna
the
must have
go-
matured it in a volcano.
All right.
I'll
You
go
know
with
what?
D. Or in D. Sorry.
You know what? My heart tells me B, but the boys tell me it's D, so I'm gonna go with D.
Why are we-
Can I chime in? Can I chime in?
Your nerd card is
15
revoked.
The only one we haven't discussed is Mars.
You didn't even mention the
Well, we don't
skate
have to
over
discuss. This is Heretic's question.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, good luck.
I mean, it's
No,
obviously Mars.
there's-
Good luck.
Oh, it's Mars.
Okay, so Mustafar is the planet where Darth Vader built his freaking
Oh, I'm
castle
aware.
thing.
I'm aware.
That's
I'm well
clearly
aware.
not the answer.
It's where the
I
whole,
know it was
it's the whole
clearly
scene
not
of
the
I hate you
answers.
happens.
Fair enough. He was misled.
But I'm a Star Wars nerd. What can I say?
Yeah, the Radagast bar was actually started on Mars. There was a port local to Mars called Port Renatus, and they were bought out by the Pan-Galactic Beverage Corporation, which is actually the manufacturer of a lot of the spirits and ales you see in Star Citizen right now.
Isn't Port Renatus the one that
old
exploded because of an
PGBC.
AI?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yes, actually, it is.
Originally, yes.
That's the one of the Mars. That's the Mars.
That's
disaster.
when they said no.
Ooh, scandal.
No more AIs.
Oh yeah, they
No, they said that before. Or no, they said it once, and then they tried something again, and then they
Yeah, they
said
tried
really
to let-
no.
They tried to let AI terraform through Port Renatus.
Terraform
They tried-
Mars.
They tried, and y'all saw what happened.
yeah.
Well, then
So what
there's
I'm
the
hearing
second
is-
incident where they
Ooh,
tried to make him travel to a new system the old-fashioned way before jump points, and we don't know what happened to them.
Yes.
There's many a theory and rabbit hole we could go down with that, but let's wait till after all the questions.
Here's my
Ooh.
theory. That's where
That was
Heretic
the last
from.
question.
yeah,
I'm
it was
saying-
the news Radiverse, yeah.
Heretic is he just found a way back and just never told his people from that abandoned system.
Just one of the few survivors going through.
That explains it.
No, it is
Yep.
interesting.
Also, feel beyond ice.
One of the little interesting things on here, I think Sarlacc may have saw on it, is the very last sentence there. That after about 300 years, the PGBC came under fire when they were accused of diluting their Radagast Gold brand and passing it off as full strength. And
I'd
the
be
company has
pissed.
since denied the accusations. So there is a high chance in lore in Star Citizen that those drinks we have at the bars are actually diluted and continue to be diluted by the RGBC. So
No, I get pretty fucked up when I drink them.
Well, imagine
wanna-
how
I
good it
wanna
would be
wait.
if it was full strength.
Speaking of the Radagast whiskey, I'm really bummed that when I hit High Admiral, they didn't actually send me a bottle.
Think
I
you,
will say
hit
this.
that way too late to get the bottle.
Qualar.
Well, I'm even
who
talking
was
just
that-
the bottle in the case. I don't need
Yeah,
the
it was
whiskey
limited.
in it.
Limited stock. Limited stock.
Qualar. During the meeting, who was that one guy that just started floating?
Oh, Max with the boys. Yeah, I got stuck on the ceiling. It was
See, he drank the undiluted stuff. That's what really happens. UEE knows.
Actually, you know what? I didn't read the lore far enough, so it is possible that the PGBC actually started filling their ales with helium, and that could be what happened to
Or fizzy
Nice.
lifting drink.
Alright, Willy
Willy
Wonka.
Wonka stolen thing. Well, that,
Oompa loompa
Refreshing and
doopity doo.
well, that ends the news around the verse segment.
So
here.
round the
We're gonna
verse.
Go into our fun. Yeah, news around the verse. That's a fun little thing.
Right.
we're having.
So, what's everyone been up to in the verse?
But that's not the question. The question is there any Star Citizen food you'd like to try in real life?
Double
Oh, yeah.
dogs.
Cruise.
Wait, does it have
Make
to
a
be like
double
Yeah.
dog.
Votes for double
Just
dogs.
That
go
could easily
make
be
one right
arranged.
fucking now.
Yeah.
I don't have
Double
hot
dog.
dogs right now, otherwise I would.
I want a
have
tilapia verde
Walmart.
burrito.
I want.
Yeah, actually, yes. Tilapia verde.
You know, I might try a double. I kind of want to try a double dog just to see what it actually tastes like. What
Chicken-
would the benefit of an actual double dog even be, other than
The
you
chicken
getting-
verde, the chicken verde burrito.
I want
Tilapia
to
verde.
try
There's
a
no
double
chicken
dog
verde.
and cruise. Mainly cruise because it's a drink that fills you up and hydrates you. So
Would it be like a
W- I
protein
wanna
shake
try.
or like
Yeah.
a juice?
I think it would be like a protein shake.
What are you talking about?
For the cruise.
I want the Godmother sandwich that they
The-
sell on Microtech.
Yes.
Ooh, yes.
Godmother
I'll have to
sandwich.
agree with
I don't know
Sarlacc
what
here.
the Godmother sandwich is, but I want that.
I don't know if I've seen the Godmother sandwich. Is that one
The
of the ones
mystery
that-
meat
It's at
sandwich.
it's at that little sandwich bar that sells like smoothies in the thing with the yoga place
I have
See,
not-
I don't know about.
in the middle.
I have to go back and check that
The
out.
New Babbage.
Oh yeah, you can always just click on the thing. You can see the ingredients on the sandwiches.
Oh,
They tell
really?
you what's in them. There's one of them that's got like
Yeah.
red peppers and stuff in it.
Should have
I
like
think
a
that's the Godmother.
Star Citizen
can't remember
food
though.
cooking challenge. Try to recreate food from Star
We
Citizen.
can do that.
Be pretty
Oh
interesting.
no. If you be in my hotel making sandwiches and shit that
Go
I'm not
ahead
gonna
and
eat.
call Gordon Ramsay up. Have him make that into a TV series.
Where's the fucking lamb sauce?
All right.
Actually, I'm gonna throw something out in left field. I want to try the stuff we haven't even seen yet. I want to try some of the. I want to know what the Xi'an eat because apparently all they eat is they really like to preserve their things.
Oh,
So I don't know what all that entails. If everything tastes like pickled, dried, I don't know. I don't know what all that entails. It sounds interesting. They also their taste palette and perfection.
Because they're turtle people. Do they have teeth like ninja, like
They have-
Michael Bay Ninja Turtles, or
Ninja-
do they have teeth
the Ninja
like,
Turtles.
like the original Ninja Turtles?
I think in other concepts they have primarily well there's the old concepts where they're more beak-like, and then there's the newer concepts where they have lips, which is kind of scary. But I don't know if they have like grinding teeth or they should have grinding teeth because their whole like they
Logic.
weren't apex predators of their world or whatever. I don't know. Because they're
Logi
turtles,
makes
but
a
they're not really.
great point in the chat. He said MREs are preserved.
Oh yeah, that's
Of course.
rations.
That's the yeah.
So
I mean,
all right. So I've got the ingredients of the Godmother sandwich.
Oh god.
It's prosciutto, ham, capicola, mortadella, Genoa salami, and provolone.
oh, that's mine.
I knew like
Provolone
three out of
sold
that's-
those.
Yeah.
I knew
That's
salami,
that's a
ham,
bomb ass sandwich.
Was it portobello?
Hey, wait.
Something?
Can you send that recipe to me, Sarlacc?
Capicola.
What's capicola?
You just Google it.
Fun thing. Turtles have hook-like things in their
Capicola.
throats.
You know
Don't have teeth,
gabagool.
but have
No.
beaks.
You ever seen the in Sopranos? It's or the meme.
No.
The gabagool. You know. Fuck you.
No, I've never
It's
seen.
fucking
The only thing I know
mortadella.
about The Sopranos is black screen fade to black. That's the only thing I know about The Sopranos.
I forget you're all children. So yeah, capicola is like it's like an aged smoked cured ham product. It's
It's
outstanding.
really good.
Oh, so
Yes.
it's literally
So
just a
fucking good.
ham and cheese and salami sandwich.
Yes.
With no-
Capicola or coppa is a traditional Italian Corsican pork cold cut made from dry cured muscle running from the neck to the fourth or fifth rib of the pork shoulder.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
is good. It's usually sliced really thin. And it
I'm not
melts
even
in
gonna
your
lie,
mouth.
this
It's
makes me
outstanding.
hungry.
It sounds like just
Yeah,
such
it's
a
good stuff.
dry sandwich. Though. Like there's no sauce.
It's a big
no-
fat pork. Well, of course,
We need
there's
to
like you put
we need to be
stuff on
careful
it. I
because
mean,
if we
it's a
start saying
sandwich.
too much about sandwiches, I'm gonna start thinking
We're
of
gonna
what
summon-
I'm gonna talk about sandwiches.
Well, we're gonna summon what's his face?
Aldor?
Yeah,
Let's
Haldor.
bring him in. Let's bring him in.
Oh,
then.
yeah, get him.
Let's bring.
Oh,
Someone
he
has
had to
to
sit it out.
text
He had to go to sleep.
No, we're not
the
bringing
pumpkins.
pumpkins into the podcast. Not yet. He's not ready.
No.
It'll be funny.
It was
No.
funny, but you guys
No, no,
murdered
no.
people
Do you want to?
for
Do you want to? Do you want to see the meltdown of Heretic? Bring Blue in here.
Yes.
There we go.
That would be funny.
That
Well,
would be really
the
good.
I would
podcast
be
would end.
laughing.
The
my
podcast
ass
with 30K
off.
right then and there.
Speaking of meltdown here, we have the sneak peek of the week. I updated this just right before we came on here. The should have been the fire, should have been the perfect storm image from sneak peek of the
Let's
week.
go.
It's
A1 bombs.
see, I'm more curious as to the guy like working on it right there. I don't know. I've never seen this location before in game.
Says in the thing that it's size 3 bombs.
Yeah, so I'm just curious. Like, is this someone actually building the bomb? Is this like a bomb manufacturing thing that they're actually?
Oh, it's.
Oh,
it's,
he's racking
you
it
know-
up.
what's
No,
it,
do you remember the
racking
photo
into
shoot
a
we did
ship?
with? Do
Or
you remember the photo shoot we did with Torque Casey?
Yeah.
That's him. That's Casey in the
Yeah.
background with his multi-tool, just pointing at it uselessly.
trying to steal the bomb off.
Hey, some
Nah,
of those
this
bits
looks
came
good.
out Kinda good though.
They did. They really did.
Now I'm just really curious if this is like, I mean, it's got, I see little grid fins, like the drop-in little grid fins, which is pretty interesting. Which I don't even know the bombs now that we
So-
have. Do they actually deploy the fins when they drop?
Yes.
Yeah, they
Yes,
do.
they do.
Yeah, they do.
Really? I didn't know that.
So
I like how a heretic
My
answers
theory-
You
that
didn't
right
know.
away.
Hold on. You didn't notice that in the first Slipstream promotional video? I highlighted that.
I
As
mean,
soon
hell,
as it
you can
comes
go
out, you see the
to
fins.
you can go to the Crusader showroom and press the button on the bomb, and it deploys the grid fins and everything.
That-
Oh, really?
That
It's
is a good
animated.
point too.
Yeah, there's like an animated model of the bomb.
Interesting. Nah, obviously I've spent very little time with Crusader Showroom.
They spent a lot of time talking to SpaceX and Elon Musk.
yeah,
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 Can't
they watched
confirm
a
as
single
avid-
YouTube video and were like, "Here we go, let's do this."
grid
Throw
fins
these
have only
bitches
been
on
around
here.
since like the 1920s before bombs
Yeah,
became
it's
super popular.
super amazing technology.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, I know the actual Moab in real life uses grid fins as well. And
I'm
a
just-
lot of free flight bombs use grid fins.
See, this is one of the things
Yeah.
I'm curious about is does, and I don't know if there's somewhere I've already missed this in like the past, but I'm curious, does this have any implication at all that at some point we will be manually loading missiles into it? Because I know they talked about everything being physicalized of having to load your, ship, restock, and all this stuff, and being the like invisible AI NPC, but do we anticipate this being a thing of actually having to load your own bombs and stock it into the ship
I
yourself?
seriously doubt we're gonna have to manually load or even be able to
No.
manually load missiles and bombs.
Yeah.
I think that's just gonna be an automated process.
If they do, they'd load them up on the back of a fucking Drake mule and you drive them up underneath the ship and just go boop. There they are.
And the
Like, and
idea of
a
having
loader,
to manually load my ship every time, I would
Could
lose
you
my mind.
imagine loading your cannons on the Perseus?
Yeah, you gotta roll out like an ammo cart and like manually reload your fucking Gatling guns and shit.
I
and,
would hate to reload the Inferno.
It would be really cool.
You're sitting there cranking away on this thing. God damn it! Why did I pick this fucking job?
Oh, and you
do
gotta
your-
have two
Yeah.
other guys there to help you do it.
Gotta do your
Well,
whole
it would-
pre-start checklist.
Yes.
It would be really cool. Like if you're like when the carriers are out, you land on the carrier and the AI run over there and they drive a little cart over there and they load up missiles and ammo. That'd be really cool.
Takes like 6.5
That'd
years
be
though.
real.
It would actually be really cool if when you did the maintenance screen, there was actually like an animation of stuff getting reloaded.
Well,
Oh
I
yeah,
think
that'd
they're-
be awesome.
I think they intend them to be in that way, unless they try to do the whole thing like Elite does, where it's kind of your ship disappears and it loads and it comes up. If
No.
you do the AI one, which would be kind of disappointing to me. I mean, I know I intend on like doing a lot of maintenance and stuff on the ship myself, just because I like the engineering gameplay. So stuff like that.
But
would
can
be
I
nice.
ask a question about the card itself? Is there any SC food you'd like to try? Should have been a fire. Should have been the perfect storm.
What?
Why?
Oh yeah,
why?
that's a little weird.
Yeah, you put that. Is there any seafood you'd like to try twice?
Oh yeah, so back to the food then. In that case, that chicken burrito.
Listen,
I have
listen.
no clue
No,
what
no,
you're
no.
talking about.
Listen. Hold on.
Wait. From what
Just
I heard,
slide the
from,
title
there
on the
any-
slide.
Is there any Star Citizen food you'd like to try? And then
Oh,
the
that's just the
quote should
yeah.
have been,
That's just the first bullet. It's just bullets, and then that's just I copied it, and it just didn't format. So here's the third bullet. That's all. It's just bullets. It goes down. Just what we
Firefighting tips and
talked about.
tricks.
Yeah.
wait.
Where's our
I
firefighter?
have-
Who was it? Who was our firefighter?
I don't know, there's no firefighting in Star Citizen right now, so there's your
Yet.
tip and trick.
Oh well, this was
Yet.
more in like firefighting as in like taking your gun and going killing people. But is
Wait,
the
I-
evolution of this.
I have
Oh,
one thing
well,
to
you
say
have
about what
Ian's
Qualar said
Saalfeld here.
about the engineering. What I'm hearing from is never ride in a ship with Qualar. You might just accidentally self-combust.
No, that's not true.
No,
I-
Heretic's the one that'll get you blown up. Qualar
Yes.
will try and fist fight you in the hull of your ship and open the hole to vent all the atmosphere in the
Yes.
process because he's about to lose. He's a very bad loser, but he is
Myself
still
a car.
a loser. Oh yeah, no, he loses himself, no helmet on, deep in space, no way to find him.
So for
He's very good at that
firefighting
one.
tips and tricks, firefighting tips and tricks. Honestly, take your time. Be meticulous. Know what's behind cover. If you can see, if you see somebody duck behind there and you haven't seen anything dump out, they're still there. So make your moves accordingly.
Yeah, and in the immortal words of Miller, doors and corners. That's where they get you, kid.
Doors and corners.
Doors and corners.
See, I'm curious. We didn't get to play too much of it yesterday, because I think we jumped in like the last like 20-30 minutes of Hometown happening. But I really wanted to see how much of a change combat-wise they allowed the building to be a little bit more open. See if that made any difference.
Well, it's got multiple entry points now instead of just the one. So
Not just one kill box now if ever standing inside.
right, no,
that
it's
airlock.
got. I think it's got 2 airlocks now instead of one.
What is
and
this?
It's got easy access to the roof.
Of
The
the
new
2.1.
Jumptown 2.1.
Oh, okay.
Seems pretty. I mean, it's
Yeah,
just
it's a much larger facility, so there's going to be a lot more
We're
room
all gonna
inside, and it's
we're
more
all
open
gonna be-
inside.
We're gonna have teams at every entrance. Execute, execute, execute.
Well,
It's gonna be like a SWAT raid.
Breach, breach, breach.
I haven't been able to see the new setup. Have they expanded the outside area of Jumptown at all?
Yeah, it's
like a-
still a big open moon.
Well, no, I'm talking about the immediate facility. Thanks, smartass. I'm talking about the immediate facility. Like, did they add any
little
like
bit.
random bunks?
Yeah,
or-
there's some boxes and stuff around that you can hide in and climb up on and get behind cover.
But it's
inside
the
of
same as it
and
was
around.
before, right?
it's a lot
It's-
larger.
No, there's a lot more footprint of the place in general.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a whole roof.
That's
on
what I
that
was
too.
asking.
Like, there's not just like you know how before you couldn't get up on top of it, but it looks like there's actually a whole walkable, navigatable roof area. So you have a lot.
Yeah,
more
there definitely
outside.
is.
What about designated landing pads or anything like that?
No,
No,
it's
why
just a
would you have
facility out
that?
in the middle.
A drug lab. Call for landing clearance, please.
Not. I don't mean like that, but I mean
Please
like.
proceed. To
You're clear for
assigned
landing at the
base.
secret drug lab.
They're
You guys are looking
fancy.
into it too hard. He was just asking if there was like an area that was still within like a spot that you could land. That
Like maybe
No, not
marked
so
off
much.
just a
It's
little
just-
bit.
Just the ground.
Like maybe a couple lights or something. That's it.
the criminals
Maybe a couple
version
lights.
of a landing pad, a giant open spot with boxes lined up on the outside with the
Right, they've got-
crudely drawn H.
They've got those big like
That's what I
Hollywood
mean.
searchlights out there to make sure you can't miss the place.
I
Lodge,
love
you
how
would
there's
chime in the chat. Cartels have
That's
landing
all right.
zones.
I love how there's like different levels of standard for high quality drug labs here. We have the secret drug lab shouldn't have any obvious things, and then you got Casey saying, "Oh, it just needs some nice lights around outside, some beacon lights." And Sarlacc just
Yep.
jumps right in to go through. Oh, it needs to be bright like spotlights, like you see.
Yeah, maybe they're gonna blast flares up every 30 seconds just to make
No,
sure you don't miss it when you're
Hey,
flying by.
this is not a
But
drug
you
lab,
will
just
miss
so you
it.
know.
The criminals are gonna miss their own lab if they don't have some kind of markers they can go off
I
of.
think they've been doing
Uh-huh.
just fine in the past.
Yeah.
Every time we get there, no one's there.
Okay.
Makes it easy.
Exactly.
Nobody will find it.
Which, by the way, speaking of Jumptown, the next time Jumptown's in live, we need to do what we did last time.
Yeah, we'll
Of
hold it
course.
down again. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's the plan.
But yeah, I think it is a little hard to miss on a white, snowy planet. The giant black building in the middle of an open field is a little bit obvious to have
There's a
flares.
lot of
Yeah,
black blocks.
You're not going there to do Jumptown without the mission, which tells you where to go anyway. So it's, I mean, I know the question wasn't really about like how to find the place. It was just, are there actually designated
Man,
landing spots?
could you
And the answer,
imagine-
the honest answer is no, there really are not.
Could you imagine Star Citizen without GPS?
Yes.
We already don't
Yeah,
have to.
no, it's pretty bad already. Yeah, no. If you want to go anywhere cool, you have to look up a website and then you have to like triangulate everything. You don't even get a map of the planet to like figure
You
out
are the
anything.
GPS.
Yeah, I am the GPS with bearing finder. That's it.
Hey, we lost cardinal directions in GPS technology during the Second Navarre War.
Yeah, it all got
Excuse me,
blown
a
up for
fucking-
some
It was
reason.
the first of Ardmore.
No, this is the second one.
That's the second one. The minor technology was lost in the second one.
Actually, no, I think it was the Xi'an Cold War because we kept like getting rid of our GPS technology to build more stealth technology. So if we just got rid of GPS, there's no way to find us.
Oh, that's right. You know, the
I don't
best
know.
way to keep the enemy from finding us is to not know where we are ourselves. That's
Exactly.
Yeah, because if we don't know where we are, they can't ask us, and then we can't tell them.
If I don't know,
They
how
just
will
they quantum to a planet from a random location and said, "That's where we're going." That barren stretch by a mountain. That's it. We got to give Sarlacc a sniper perch with a railgun. Has to happen.
All right. Well, I think it's time for for shenanigans to happen. We're gonna play the next game of the night. We're gonna go with left or right here.
Left or right, left or
down.
right.
The acquaintance about the directions of the arrows. but It is.
Yeah. Why the arrows the wrong
I
way?
know it's part of the joke. It's an issue. What's the issue? Left or right?
Also,
It's
I'll be right
the wrong
back.
direction.
Left is
Qualar's
up, right
the
is down.
issue.
Qualar is issue. I don't know. Next up on our contested
It's
list is
an idiot check.
Ethereal.
Then he just said I'll be right back.
Oh, he said he's gonna be right back. Alright, we're skipping him. Crisis, you're gonna be the first contestant on left or right tonight.
Okay.
Skipping Ethereal.
This is the only game I ever get to play.
It's the best one anyway. It's fine.
Well, that's actually
I
true.
see something about a terrapin spiraling behind the reclaimer.
Alright, well, for Crisis' education and Haldor, who is not here, as a reminder for him when he watches this later, which issue is real, we're going to show you an issue that is either made up or real on the left-hand side of your screen, if you weren't aware of which side was left, or the right-hand side of your screen. And your job, Crisis, is to determine which issue is completely real and which issue came out of Heretic's butthole yesterday afternoon. So, without...
Down.
Excuse me?
So, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and go with the game of the first issue, which will always be on the left because that's just where we start, left to right here, is buying a Pyramid gun.
That's an issue.
And
That
this
is
Yeah,
an
that's
issue.
already an
well,
issue.
I already know this is going.
I'm gonna ask,
Oh.
you guys can do that?
Opening the inventory.
That doesn't
Okay,
work.
is it allowed to have the spinning wheel or no?
We'll just say no. We're just going to move forward with that. Attempting to use said Pyramid gun.
This isn't looking promising.
It's pretty dangerous steps to repeat this issue here.
Denbuck says next is death.
Explosion.
It usually is death or explosion, right? No,
Explode.
In this case, it is the gun velcros itself to your chest.
All right.
So you're like,
That
hey
sounds like a
guys,
good one.
guys, check this
Oh
out.
god, I can't get it off!
Yeah. It just magically just sticks to yourself. It's a jumping line. See what I did there? It's a callback to earlier in the.
That's literally every item in Star Citizen.
Well, maybe.
It's the next LTI token when
We
it
already
goes
know the
live with
answer.
Heretic. I need to buy 9 of them.
The first steps to produce the issue on the right here, that may or may not be real, is buying a multi-tool. Slightly different, but not the same. So
Easier.
a little easier. Opening the inventory. We're already off to a good start. Replicable. Attempting to use.
Gun velcros itself to chest.
See, Heretic is assuming that it's just going to be a copy and paste. No. See, in this case, the Velcro doesn't actually just, the gun doesn't attach to yourself. What it actually does is it throws you across whatever room you're standing in, and there is no recovery from that. So
I'm gonna say I have to go with right.
we're going with the right. Okay.
I'm
Crisis
going
is
with right.
All right, Crisis. Just as a reminder for your and Halder's education when he watches this later, this is your left, and this is your right, and which is you're gonna say right. So we're gonna go ahead and start the 15-second timer here for you to change your mind and pick the correct answer.
I really hope this includes instructions on how to do the right one if it is the right one.
What you need to do
Yeah,
is when
I
you do
want
this,
that.
include the links to the issue counseling.
Yeah.
Or at least the Stark number.
I know the
Yeah.
answer is left though. Because
You have to find the funniest one reporting the
Yeah, just the Stark
council.
number.
I've tried to find the funniest ones. These are all stuff that have happened within the last week related to the theme of the week. See, I try here, but yeah.
What was
our
it,
Crisis
Pyramid
didn't
device?
have It was left.
Oh, look, he did. Stark
Thingy-
58,
thingy
310.
chest. Yeah, I started including the correct. I realized that last week.
Excellent.
I should probably include the number there. So
I
if
don't
anybody wants
think
to look
I've
it up-
ever seen clingy chestons.
Yes, it is. Apparently, it hasn't
Have
been
you seen that?
confirmed yet.
Yeah.
But
No, it's
well, it hasn't been
literally
confirmed
everything in the
council.
game.
It just clings to your chest. It just randomly attaches.
Everything.
I've never.
Everything I try to
Never
pull out
seen
half
that.
the time when the server's lagging, it just sticks back to my body.
Really?
Well,
yeah,
but
no,
not.
don't have
It
that
just goes back to
You're talking about
holster.
rebounding the holster. This is actually legitly like
I'm
someone
back.
trying to use the tool, and it literally just attaches to their chest for no reason, like where there's no slot to hold it.
Okay, that's
That's
different.
There's
weird.
grenade slots.
Yeah, but this is literally
Yeah.
just somewhere random on the chest.
So what I'm leading into is after it gets stuck in the grenade slot, it explodes.
Possibly. This is usually how they.
Does it
left or
turn
right
into a
click
grenade?
Really possible.
Everything just
No,
explodes.
self-combustion with Captain AFK and
Everything turns into a grenade if you try hard
I
enough.
think so. I have a
True.
petition. I have a
Like
petition.
Eric's a grenade with everybody in it.
Speaking on that AFK thing, you know what I've noticed? Since Heretic has gotten a camera, he hasn't gone AFK nearly as much because he knows we can
It's because
see.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Also, I'm returned. Hello.
All right, good, Ethereal, because you got the next one. Here we go. Ready? You
Oh.
ready?
Yeah.
Ready, Ethereal?
Okay.
You got the next one. Let's make sure you're
Wait,
ready.
wait. Here's your refresher on how the game works. You ready?
Oh yeah, here's
Yeah.
the question on the game rats. All right, we're gonna ask you a question on which issue is real. All right?
Please just make that
for-
shit go on the first one, and that's it.
No, because it's funny, okay? Because Ethereal, just in case you don't know this, this is your left and this is your right. That's for your right and
Whoa,
Haldor when you watch
that's
this later's
crazy.
education. It's crazy. It's weird that it changes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's weird.
Hey, I got a question, Qualar.
Oh.
Yeah.
Where's
Don't
my left
fu-
and where's my right?
Don't
Oh,
fucking
okay.
entice him.
Left, right. You good?
Okay.
Okay, good. All right. Ethereal,
Wait,
One
wait,
more
wait.
time.
Is it right or left or left or
I
right?
want to go
Well, this is
home.
left,
Hang on, I missed
Either
it.
one.
and this is
Me
right.
too. Me too, Crisis.
Okay, I think I get it now.
Okay, good. Just making sure. as long as we're on the same page.
Wait. Hold
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, yeah.
Self-
I swear to
get it
God.
yet.
I swear to God, Heretic.
User has been removed from your channel.
There's a cruise missile heading towards Toronto.
Saalfeld's already got a smoke bomb ready.
So that's for legal reasons. That's a joke.
I'm waiting for the mailbox
In Minecraft.
to have a
Minecraft.
pipe
Yeah,
bomb in
exactly.
All right, Ethereal. On the
hit it.
left-hand side, we got the steps to reproduce an issue that may or may not be fake. This is go shopping, have a fun time, any mall in the universe.
Okay. Okay.
Be hungry while
That's
shopping.
not fun.
Okay. I'm following.
It's pretty normal. I can't go to a store without like seeing food and getting hungry. Attempt to buy the food that you see because you're hungry.
The Whammers, got it.
Yep. And the
Okay.
vendor who sells you the food dies.
Okay.
The Whammers tendon finally can have his ball cap. Let's
So
go.
I'm just gonna lead in with that. That first three
Yeah.
is a bad combination. Never go grocery shopping hungry.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I'm
Honestly.
so bad about it. And you know what? It's always, it always is. And correct me if I'm wrong. Is it just me, or is it always like the little Debbie's? Like you go hungry and you just see the little
Every
Debbie
time.
stuff,
And
it's just
the
I
little
need
Debbie shit
food.
is always the first fucking aisle.
right.
that
Yeah.
you
And you
see.
always forget how
not
much
looking.
they suck, so you buy them.
Right? It's like the oatmeal cookies. It's like I used to love oatmeal cookies, and I realize now as like an older person, like, wow, oatmeal cookies
Oh,
really are not
they're
that
greasy.
fantastic. Yeah.
Yes.
But the little
Oh,
Debbie
while we're
oatmeal
on
cream
this
pie
topic,
things, they're
hold on,
greasy
this
and
is
nasty.
funny.
Peanut butter cream pies is way better,
I don't.
but you can't find them very often.
We're back to food. I love it.
They're kind of rare.
Hey, it's the.
Hey, that's the theme of the whole
week.
show.
It's the theme of the show. It's food.
I'm
and
telling
fire.
you though,
Yeah.
the
Okay.
peanut butter cream pies are so good.
Oh, okay. He's got the.
It's not
oatmeal
as good
cream
as like
pie.
classic homemade peanut butter bars.
Oh, he's got the
But it's still
double decker oatmeal cream pie.
See, those ones are good.
I'm
The
down.
ones that have the double icing are really good. I like those ones.
Yeah, no, they sell these
Double
at the
the
pier,
greasiness.
so
Alright, Ethereal, we're going to continue on with the right issue here. Here's the steps to reproduce the second issue that may or may not be real.
Remember, it's the one on the right. And the
Okay,
answer
go
is gonna be on
shopping.
the left because he always picks the fucking left one.
You think so? Go
That's not
shopping,
Uh huh.
see your
See your
favorite food.
Okay. Okay.
Be hungry. In
Okay.
that order. The order does sometimes matter, by the way. Not that it matters in this instance, but it may matter. Oh, and then
Okay.
steal the food.
Hey yo,
Yo.
That's an issue?
Yeah, that's an
I don't see an issue.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to
Free
go with
food.
left.
You're just gonna get free food.
left?
You're
Uh-oh.
gonna go with the left. Ethereal says left. Alright, Ethereal just as a cautious reminder for Heretic, because I feel like Heretic really needs to cement this for you. This is the left, Heretic. Just
Oh.
again, this is the left. You got it? Okay.
Wait, that's right.
No. This is the left. Okay. And then Ethereal, this is the right. Okay. And you
Okay,
got 15
okay.
seconds.
Wait, which
to
one's
give
left
your
again?
final answer here.
I think it's right.
Play now. I already started the clock.
Left or theft? Which is it?
Love or theft.
Is
I
it
knew
right
that
or
on-
right?
I do not condone any illegal crimes, so I'm gonna have to go with left.
So the vendor dying is perfectly
That's
fine.
the thing.
Yeah.
The guy dies. It's fine.
That's an act of nature.
Oh, the leftist.
Dude,
leftist
I don't
pick.
care. I
You
don't
need to know
care.
how to
The
reproduce
name
just
of this
because of the
podcast.
funness.
The name of this podcast does not need to be Star Citizen Food and Fire. It needs to be Left or Theft.
Yeah.
Wow, this is an old issue.
It's probably an old issue. I think I tried to get the latest one here. I think this one may be.
Well, it's not old, but I mean it's about to expire.
Yeah.
So it says you go to a food vendor, you hover over the food item, no purchase option appears. You're still able to grab and consume the item.
It's free to steal the food. You just take the food and
Right.
go along with the day. And
So the previous thing was buy a paramed gun, open the inventory to equip, double click on the item instead of dragging it to yourself, and it snaps to your chest like where a grenade slot would be. So it's not attempt to use, it's just double click on it to equip it and it goes to your chest.
yeah, same thing.
So yeah,
Cool.
well, those are the reproduction steps.
But yep, free food. Steal your food, get free food. Apparently, according to Ethereal, this is worse than killing the Whammers guy. So
Yeah.
Listen.
Oh, I've got an interesting related thing. The
Death
vendors
is
in the
natural.
cities, if you go to like buy a bottle, if you see like you notice when you go to like grab it off the shelf, like directly do a quick buy, your guy will like reach down to the floor or something behind the counter. A lot of times, if you walk around to the back where he's reaching, there'll be a pile of bottles there that you can just take.
Oh,
Because
of
apparently,
the
what the game does is generates the bottle behind the counter somewhere, and your guy reaches down and grabs it there instead of grabbing it out of the slot. So sometimes there'll just be a bunch of them back there.
I'm not doing a lie. My character's never done that. My character's always grabbed it from like the top.
Well, like at New Babbage at the gift shop, like at the spaceport, for instance, you definitely grab it off the floor somewhere, like behind the counter. And also
to go to New
down
Babbage.
down by the yoga shop, there's like the little place over in the corner, like
Yeah, the juices.
it's like Elroy's or something. When you buy a
Oh,
drink
no.
over there, he reaches down into the corner behind the counter to grab it.
Okay.
interesting.
Cool story, bro.
Yeah, so,
My
I mean,
citizen becomes a kleptomaniac?
Everybody likes free
I
lunch.
wish we could do more stealing in this game. Not that I.
Oh,
not
by
that
the
I've
way,
ever...
this item, the free food item, was reported by Firecrotch.
Firecrotch? I didn't even register
Yeah.
the name of the
Who's got the bluey shit?
That's such a random
Qualar.
thing to say. You don't refer to things that happen in the fourth dimension, Crisis. Alright, moving forward with this, Sarlacc or Casey?
That's
Who-
the
who
fucking
wants
Furby
to
from
go
Bluey. I
first?
can't remember its goddamn name.
It's called Chatterback.
You're a Furby.
That's
Love it.
right.
Sarlacc, Casey, who would like to do the last round of left or right?
I'll take it if you don't want it.
You can do it. Be a man.
All right, go.
Jimmy.
Alright.
I'm doing it specifically so Sarlacc can't.
I'll
don't
just
remember-
sit here
I'm just
with
kidding.
my mic muted.
I don't remember if you got a chance to do it last week or not, so I didn't really care. I figure I'd give you guys an option.
I don't remember.
It's all
either.
you.
I don't even.
There you
I
go.
don't even remember yesterday.
Alright, Casey, well, just so you do remember this, the game is which issue is real, left or right, and for heretics, free education, and hold on when he watches this later. Once again, this is left. Once again, this is right. And on the left, we got the steps to reproduce, which is be starving, be hungry, be thirsty
Always.
for fame. Find a nice campfire. Anyone
Alright.
ever?
I like this.
Campfire. Sing the campfire song. If you don't know what the campfire song is, you can just leave the stream now. It's not even worth it. to
Ask
argue.
any toddler.
Exactly. It's just SpongeBob. It's the best show ever. And this is for all of you out there, because I thought this issue was funny. Self-combust. Self-combust is sitting around a campfire.
So you become
Seems
the
like a
campfire.
giveaway.
It is.
Yeah,
You become the campfire.
you are the kindling.
you are the reason why campfires exist in the future of Star Citizen. The next steps to reproduce on the right issue, similarly be starving. Attempt to eat inside a ship.
Oh, I thought this. I was gonna. That said shrimp. I got a little bit
To
like,
feed a shrimp?
hey yo, there's shrimp now.
Not to my. I mean, you do have the sand cave bugs. They're kind of shrimpy. They have shells though.
Why don't we have
Fungi.
seafood in the Star Citizen? We have sea
seafood.
planets,
We do.
don't we?
Yeah, that's seafood.
Tilapia verde burrito.
Oh yeah, I'm stupid. Yeah, but that's tilapia. That's probably farmed.
Tilapia is a fish. What do you want?
Alright, next
For more fish,
step.
I guess. Alright, we're gonna go throw food away. Just throw it away. Get rid of it. Throw it. Eat it. And then
No, you got ship explodes.
yeah, ship
Ship
rapidly
explodes.
disassembles. we've,
Considering I've done the right issue many times, I'm gonna go with right.
we've
Can
gone
you
with-
actually combust in Star Citizen? Can you burn?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Well, you can't really burn up, but I mean, if you step into a fire at one of those wreck sites, you'll take damage and die. So I guess that's burning.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Okay.
Alright, Casey, just for your reminder and Heretic's reminder, this is the left issue. This is the right issue. And in case Heretic didn't see that again, this is the left issue. And this is the right issue. So,
Up
okay,
and down are also acceptable answers.
up and down are,
Up
are
issue.
perfectly fine answers. I'll be confused for way too long. Nate in the chat says absolutely right. He says it like 300 times. So we're gonna give you 15 seconds to change your mind and select the correct answer.
I'm gonna use this 15 seconds to ask Saalfeld, was it your Redeemer that we blew up 3 times in a night? Because
I don't
of
have
the
a
fridge-
I've never had a Redeemer.
Who was it? Somebody had a
Redeemer is
temporarily.
famous for that.
Yeah, they took the fridge away, and then when they brought it back, someone pulled out a Redeemer, and we blew up like 3 times in a night, and we gave up.
It's
Like-
happened to me a few times.
Like this has always been such an easy bug to fix, but like
Don't
they
try the
refuse to fix it.
Yep. It is,
Ah, yes.
the food being just randomly inside your ship just causes it to explode. In this case, this guy
So-
actually didn't have any loose food. It was literally, he literally
A
would try to-
discarded item.
Well, what would happen was,
Right.
the way I read the issue council is he would try to eat, he was having the bug where you couldn't eat, so he was
the
attempting to
food.
drop it down and then pick it
Shove
back
you right
up.
back.
But when he dropped
Oh,
it
so he-
down, the ship just
He's-
exploded.
Yeah. No, remember that time we were playing basketball with the glow sticks in the 890, and Sarlacc, you're like, hey, you guys should stop doing that, we're taking damage.
Yeah. I mean,
was-
just loose items and the desync, they tend to like clip through the ship momentarily, and that causes the ship to take momentary damage. And if you get enough of that, every little tick adds up, and then boom.
I really desperately hope that soon they can fix the small item clipping through ship bullshit. Stuffed
Yeah.
animals can blow up your ship.
Until they
It's
fix
fun.
desync, that's just gonna keep happening.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
don't hold your breath.
That'll be a while. I hope
Well, I
it's-
mean, decent is
and
decent,
streaming
but
would maybe do something about it.
I think the solution would be just make more items static when they're out in the open. Like it's
Yeah.
cool that the
No,
items
that's-
can move around, but who cares?
Well, it
You know,
has
like-
to disconnect from you. Like you're holding the item, it's synced to you, and then when you drop the item, it has to sync with the ship. And that brief time, while it's going from part of you to part of the ship when it hits the floor, there's a network sync thing that has to happen, and that's when it clips through and breaks shit.
well, it seems like things never actually stick to the ship either. Like, you'll
Fridge.
have all your. How many times have you stacked food on 2 for flinching, Jep? And it just like, next thing you know, like an hour later, we go to the galley and it's all over the floor.
Mhm.
Somehow we haven't exploded. We're always pretty lucky about that.
Super,
But
the 2 for flinching, for some reason, has been immune to the issue, but I don't think it'll persist to be immune to the issue.
For
It's
the
only a
audience,
matter
the 2
of
for
time.
flinching is Chief of Security's Hammerhead. That's the name of his ship. The
We
2
need
for
a-
flinching.
We need to run the 2 for flinching this weekend. I miss 2 for flinching stuff, especially now that docking's working again. 318 fixed the docking bugs.
Oh, 318's out?
No.
No, it's in
No.
PTU.
Yeah, it's in
Oh,
Wave
okay.
one,
I was like,
PPU.
what?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm saying it fixed
And they were
the bug. So
they said they were going to patch today, but apparently they're not doing it.
I thought they did one this morning.
It was supposed to go to phase 2, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't. No, they were saying they were going to run Xenothreat Phase 2 for this weekend, and they were supposed to release a PTU patch today, and it hasn't happened.
is there any like word of an idea of when they might pull it out of Wave 1 and go
No,
like public
no.
BTU?
That's
They
probably-
talked about that in the live today about like what factors make them move to Wave 2, and they're not ready to move to Wave 2 yet.
There's too many bugs and stuff. I think honestly they're gonna use this time between 4.0 and 318 to actually attempt to fix as many bugs as possible. Because I think I've seen more bug fixes for like stuff like a lot of the bug fixes I'm seeing is stuff that is part of PEZ, but it's also part of like older bugs that were existing in 317 that they're finally fixing. So
I mean, they fixed the widescreen, the ultra wide issues.
yeah, they're
So
also fixing
that's good.
a lot of the input stuff. So they talked about during SensorCon fixing like the straightforward back issue where it's like it acts as a toggle. Sometimes it acts as like a hold button. Talking about fixing a lot of the input stuff, more support for controllers because right now the building block UI doesn't support controller input for the action. So, which is actually really nice for me because I used to be able to play Star Citizen like 2 or 3 years ago in the living room and be able to have it up and stream inside there and play on a controller, but they took it away because they changed.
You can still do that with the Couch Citizen stuff.
I don't know if I've seen Couch Citizen. I just use the Xbox and do the stream thing.
Oh no! Oh hey, welcome back. Hey.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
The internet does that.
We're gonna
Left or right.
the left to right game here.
Left to right is over.
Left to right is over. That's the end of left to right.
Oh,
Next week.
On that last card, it needs to be correct where the left one's on the right one's on top.
It is correct. I don't know what you're talking about.
they're pointing the right way.
Oh my god, fucking
Looks
rocket
right to me.
scientists. Fucking rocket scientists.
Speaking of 318, we're gonna go talk about some of the firing stuff as part of the show. Shields, what shields? Shields now have 0 to 30% assortment against ballistics versus the 50 to 95% in the previous patch. Which is actually pretty interesting.
But to go along with that, they also changed the amount of damage that your hull takes from ballistics. So
The beginning stages of
the end product is that it's basically the same.
yes.
Oh.
It's just you take less shield damage from ballistics and more hull damage from ballistics, but the hull is more resistant to ballistics than it was before. So like you can take damage from ballistics longer than you could before to the hull, but you're going to take it quicker.
PTK?
Yeah, it's probably still about the same amount of time.
I didn't know. I know they did a lot of stuff with the distortions, changing that stuff, which is
What did they do with distortions?
Broke 'em.
It's actually the next step here. Well, what they did was actually made them function as intended with soft death. They actually changed distortions to actually truly work with shutting down components and disabling the ship. So distortion weapons will actually force the ship closer to that soft death state than just killing the ship like they used to. Like right now, if you use distortions, like was it like the MBDs? I think are distortions. You actually get
No, they're not.
Which one is it though?
It's not the NDBs. There's
That's a neutron.
I don't remember the name of them.
Sucker Punch is the cannon.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
sucker
Sucker
punch
Punch
is
is
the
the-
distortion cannon.
There you go. So like,
Yeah.
I don't
remember
remember
the
the sucker
repeater.
punch ones will actually that health bar that they have for soft death that's like behind the scenes. Supposedly distortion actually directly increases that. In addition to trying to shut down like the shields and other components. So it'll still randomly shut down your power generator and stuff like that, but now you have a higher chance of using distortions of triggering soft death on a ship.
So the DR model XJs is what we're thinking of.
Yeah. So
The
I don't
distortion
know if it's
repeaters.
the
that's
distortions
true-
shouldn't actually damage the ship. They're just going to shut down components. So you're not really going to get soft death out of it. You're just going to get distortion damage, which you can recover from.
Yeah. Well,
Perfect, because
this
that's
is-
all I'm gonna put on my
I
cutting
mean,
edge.
it's the same thing as soft death, but you can recover from it. You can't recover
yeah,
from
one's
soft death.
temporary, one's going through. Supposedly,
Right.
and obviously this is one of those things that people probably need to test more. Supposedly that distortion is currently causing soft death, which is why it's got lumped in together. That it's actually triggering
Oh.
soft death instead of doing the temporary. So previously, like at 374, distortions would kind of maybe sometimes work, but not really ever. They were kind of like half disabled, so they didn't really do anything.
Yeah.
But
Like
now
in
they-
like what was it, 316, where you could just shut ships down with your
Yeah,
distortions?
just kill them all
Yes.
like, down and going through. But now, like right now, you could actually disable ships completely. But a lot of people were saying that, from what I was able to find in the Reddit and issue accounts, that the distortion is just literally just killing the ship, just shutting it down completely, and then that's it. There's no recovering, no anything. But it is also one of the things that
Interesting.
people probably need to test more. It could be very well that people aren't paying attention to the power settings in the ship to actually turn things back on after a while. That may be something
Yeah.
that wasn't really clarified in the distortion settings.
We'll have to test that.
It actually would be nice if distortions actually disabled you for a longer period of time, though, because no matter what you do, distortions right now just seem like useless.
Yeah.
I want them to actually help, like, apprehend people more than just be a tool to kill someone faster.
Like shooting sub-targeting engines and shutting them down.
Yeah, I mean, that is true. You could do that, but I want distortions to be like more, I don't know, disabling based rather than just a tool.
You
to help
want them
get
to
killing
distort
someone.
the power signals? No.
Speaking of, no, the Corsair C8R cutter all now available in 318. If you're into PTU.
Really, you put 420 and 69?
No, because actually I did on there. But that
You're
is
unable to
actually
jump down.
very close with the C8R price, okay? Because I couldn't figure out what the exact C8R price, but I could figure out what the other two were. So the Corsair supposedly, in the PTU right now, even though it's available in the game, is missing a 0 and is quite a lot cheaper than it's supposed to be.
it's about 300k, and it's an error.
Yeah, 295k. So assuming
So
it's
it's
gonna be like
supposed to be 3
Yes,
mil?
it's worth the cost because it's held together with duct tape and it's a Drake product.
3 mil seems too cheap for the Corsair. But see, I want to say the Connies are like 3 mil, right? So
Connies
Yeah,
are
I think it's
the
going to be
cheapest
about
one.
right.
it's about the
Yeah.
name. But I don't know. Something to me, maybe it seems like they're too cheap to me. I don't know. It feels like they're too cheap.
It's just the new-
the truck with the guns is also available.
Yeah, and it's 627k supposedly.
The Centurion.
No, the Century, you didn't list it. You listed
I didn't
the
list the
cutter.
Centurion. I just listed the Corsair CR and Cutter. I just didn't feel like trying to find a Centurion
I have-
cost.
When did Steve come out? Is Steve gonna be in the game now?
Yes.
Yeah, Steve.
Anything
Yeah,
prior
Well,
to
They said
318.
today that everything that was in-game flyable by IAE will be
Yeah.
in-game purchasable when 318 goes live.
I just can't remember. Was Steve out for IAE or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Prior to
Okay. Cool.
Steve came out.
That's awesome.
CitizenCon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was CitizenCon. Couple months before.
I wonder what
I-
Steve's gonna cost. Maybe 200k tops.
Oh no.
No, we're talking like
The
50.
Centurion, the Centurion's cheap. The what is it? The Mule is 15k. So the Steve will probably be 10 or 15k, something like that.
No, but you gotta
Probably
think-
Steve's
10K.
going to be the Cyclone.
I see it
No,
more like
you-
25, maybe 25, 30k.
The Cyclones are like 50k.
Yeah.
No, the Cyclones are 28.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, I probably see it going
Oh.
like Mule, Steve, and then Cyclones. Because the PTV's like what, 5k? Like PTV's like 13.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the Cyclone is 28,086.
Yeah, the PTV is 5,142.
Oh wow, that was super close. But yeah, the Steve is falls. I would say falls somewhere between the Mule and the Cyclone, because it's not, you can't carry like a 1 SCU box like you can on a Cyclone.
I see the Centurion being on par with the Ballista at around 350 to 360,000.
Yeah, it's like 200 and something k, I think 280, something like that.
Logi's
So the
asking, what are
CAR
who is Steve? It's the ground vehicle. Logi.
The C8
I'll be back again.
is 406,000 in game.
Yeah, the C8R is I don't know, feels underpriced to me. I feel like
It feels
having a
proper.
bed- well, I don't know. I feel like having the medical bed is just seems like it should be more expensive.
Well,
But I mean-
the Cutlass Red is only, it's 2 beds and it's only 500,000 more than a black.
It's like 1.5 mil.
1.8. And the black is 1.3 something.
Yeah, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like this, I don't know. I feel like everything is a little too cheap now. I feel like based on this numbers and stuff, like honestly, within the next probably Pyro-ish, I'm gonna see all these numbers start going up because it just doesn't feel right. Like I feel like the C8R is too easy to get in the game right now, and I mean,
I
this
have
could
a
be
feeling
very more
before-
difficult to get money.
Before we jump into beta and into full release in like 20 years, I feel like, I honestly feel like the prices of in-game chips will go up to make them grindable. You know, if you really want it, you got to go out and mine for a while to get a ship. You're not gonna be able to get a ship in a day.
But also by then you should ideally have a lot more ways of making money, which would make it the grind less suffer working.
Yeah.
It's
Sufferable.
well more
Insufferable.
because right now, not that like the stuff that you can do is not fun, but it gets old when it's only 3 things that you can do pretty much to make good money.
Patience.
Huh?
Patience.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it's not a game for the ADD.
What?
ADD.
It is absolutely a game for the ADD. Do whatever you want at any given point in time, and nobody can do anything about it.
Yes.
It's perfect. Yes. See. Well, I think
Well, but-
it's
Prime example of ADHD right here. How are ya?
I think
But there's
it's-
also the fact that it takes a lot of time to do certain things, and
It
a lot of
does.
people don't have the patience.
Yeah, you gotta focus.
Like, see, they're adding salvage, right? Salvaging. That's another time-consuming and focusing one, and it's also going to require some coordination if you want to make a lot of money and stay on site salvaging. You're going to have somebody running those boxes back and forth.
Well,
A whole A is perfect for it. The freelancer, Cutlass, the C1 when it gets released. You know, just having assistance in those jobs. You're not going to make enough because you got to split it, but in time, you can make a shit ton of money.
see, this is one of the few things that is actually really interesting to me with the salvaging gameplay that people seem to have kind of picked up on, but not like super. It's like the way that they did salvaging with the vulture, where you have to like get out and go to the back and go through. They actually, I think that's probably the first time in game I think I've actually seen them push needing another person to play with, because it's so aggravating and so time consuming to do it by yourself that you want someone else there. And then while
Yeah,
you have that person there, it's like, yeah, why not just have them bring their ship to do the cargo running? Because
Just be like what I did the first time I got in the vulture. I was going to get in the back and it just shot me out the side of the ship. I was like, oh, quick access, let's go.
yeah, it's. I think one of the interesting things with it is I wonder if it's going to change mining too much, because mining right now you can like go into Prospector, you do your mining, you fly back, you drop it off a refinery. But the way the mining's supposed to work is, you know, the Prospector's supposed to be able to drop the pods, which obviously it can't yet. And the vulture is kind of like the prelude to that, is you have the ability to drop those boxes, but because they're physicalized, it encourages you to have another person. So I see a lot of people mining requiring another person to be with them, and so you're gonna see a lot of stuff solo gonna actually take a lot more longer time in the future than they are now.
Wait until the Expanse releases for the Prospector,
Oh, yeah,
a
it's
mobile
gonna have
refinery.
yeah.
Just, you know what? Just wait until I'm gonna need like 12 of you guys to use the Orion.
Well, you don't even need to wait that long, because I mean, they'd really just have to, if they did the gold pass on like the Starfarer, it would have a refinery, because the Starfarer is also supposed to be a refinery variant. But that's
Like the Starfarer. It sucks to fly, but it's pretty neat to be in.
I love the Starfarer.
So
That's
Funny
how
shit.
a lot of the ships
This-
feel.
The C8R is 450k. The
Oh.
Centurion's 287. And the Cutter is 627.
This period costs
Why is
almost
the
as much
cutter
as
so
Corsair.
much?
I have a quick
Because
question
it's
for
got
everyone real
room for
quick.
stuff.
Yes.
Is there a place to buy the Super Hornet in game right now? I can't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah.
Is
yeah,
it?
Area 18,
Is it Lor?
right?
Oh, it's area. I thought is it not Lorville?
No,
No, it's 18.
It's
2.1.
Most
mil.
Anvil stuff is 18, I believe.
Area 18.
Okay, I just had to double check. So I was like,
2.132 million.
okay. I could have looked that up. I was just like, you guys are here and know more about where to find things than I do sometimes.
I mean, I
Um,
just brought it up to help you out, but okay.
Speaking of knowing more about things, we're going to head into the last game here.
That's the best
Yeah.
game.
This is my favorite.
Shit, show them.
Oh yeah, this one.
This
Yeah,
is
that
by far
was
the
pretty
best
fun.
game, and now we're gonna see every pipe up like, this is my shit, let's go!
What? Yeah, this is the game every made up with. And these are the little snippets that I made because I couldn't do
Guys,
what every
I
did.
think-
And they're not as high quality as
we just-
every's.
I think we just woke Every up out of a trance because you said like, oh, this is what Every did, and she like shook her head like, holy shit, I'm here.
I was shaking my head no because I didn't make them.
Nah, you made the game. You didn't make these ones though, so she doesn't even know what ships these are because we were trying to
So
push.
she can
She can't
play.
participate.
Well-
She can't play. She's cheating.
She came up with another ship game called Smash or Pass. But
That needs to be on next week. No
Yes.
questions asked.
I was
There you
trying
go.
to get it onto this one, and she made. Some
Did you
really
hear that?
good
He was
videos
trying to
for
get it on.
That
Yes,
Somebody else came up with the names. I'm not taking credit for it.
You have 100% credit. That's amazing.
So
I love
she's trying to add Smash or Pass to this one so we would have another game, but I didn't have enough time before the show to add it, and because I have to make it a video that pauses right at a certain time, and so I was trying to get it done, but I just ran out of time. It was like 9.
Skill
We'll get it in there next time.
Yeah, so we'll get it in next time. She's got all the videos, and I'll have a whole another week to fix it. So yes, we will play
So,
Smash
ship
or
shape.
Pass on the next time, and it'll swap out with one of the games every week. So.
So excited.
Yes, a very fun game idea. Alright, Smash or Pass is coming soon. Chip sheet.
Coming soon
You hung up on them?
to a
All right.
30k near you.
We're gonna go with
Oh, sorry.
Sarlacc. So the last time we did it's open for all. We ran through them like way too quick because Sarlacc just kind of jumps in and it just knows the shit. So it's Sarlacc's turn for the very first one, and we'll go back down.
Yay.
Again.
And then I get to shut up and listen.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. What the hell is that?
Yeah, this is a fairly difficult.
It looks broken.
It is
It
broken.
looks like the Albatross crash from Halo 3.
Yeah.
I
Vaguely.
want to
um,
say it's an arrow, but like just
It's not
because of
here.
the nose.
How do you the
Um,
nose?
Wow.
Where the
yeah.
fuck do you see an arrow? Not that
I don't
it's
know,
better
man.
go, but
I
where the
think it's
Terrapin.
very broken. Wow. Is it an 85X?
No,
no, it's
absolutely not.
Is it a Gladius?
No, that's not Gladius.
That was,
No.
that was my first.
no,
My
no.
first thought was Gladius.
Oh no, no.
Oh,
What
yeah.
what
I don't know.
cutlass is that?
What color is
What-
that?
It's not.
No.
What cutlass? It.
That's
Look at
not
the
a cutlass.
larger.
Okay, wait.
Look at the
So,
larger
like
image.
when you go full color, hold on. When you go full color on that, is it going to be in the same orientation, or are you going to show us a picture of the ship not broken?
I go into the picture of the ship not broken. I could. I mean,
need to-
Fucker.
You need to start doing it where you have the color of the broken ship
I
too.
know, but
So
I was
we can
keeping
then
with the
kind
theme
of-
last week, and again,
like fate-
every usually makes these, and I had
We
to
told
do this
We told you
myself.
last.
We
Yeah.
fucking told you.
Fade
just-
the color in
Just
once we guess,
roll in the
I'm
color.
sorry,
yeah.
I had to learn
and
how
then
Hey.
give us a
this.
picture side next to it.
Hey, I sent you the
Alright, so-
colored ones last time.
Yeah, that's true. She
Ooh,
did.
why'd
and
I gotta be
didn't
colored
have
He
ones?
time
dropped the
for it.
ball.
So yes, I did.
Qualar,
choose
you're
the
fired.
Hey, if it makes you feel any better, the images I use. for
Qualar,
the
you
colors
failure!
Are the same image
I don't-
that I used to
I
make
don't
that
know,
stuff.
man.
No.
I feel like it's something small and fast, but I can't figure out what it is. And I don't know.
It's a
now.
buck. I was with
It's not a
Sal for
buccaneer.
up at the.
Yeah, it's a Buccaneer, so you can see.
Yeah.
The
It almost looks like a saber
Nose.
because the ass profile. But
Yeah, I thought
and the
Saber
nose.
too.
this
Yeah,
is
that is the
other
nose of the
wing.
Buccaneer. But wait, go back to the. Oh, those are okay.
Yeah,
I was
that's-
looking at the orientation of
that's
those
a
tails
gun.
differently.
And then this is the wing.
Okay.
And then here's the
The
other wing.
the two little tails at the back.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
the little.
I was
fin.
thinking those were vertical, but they're
Oh.
horizontal. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I see it.
Okay, no,
Next time, make it centered.
Nah.
Just, no, I was
No, next
trying
time-
to get
next time
Smasher
only have
Pass
part
to
of it.
work, Okay.
Next time
Oh.
only have part of it in the star. Yeah.
I wanted to make Smasher Pass work, and I ran out of time, so I panicked, and I'm like, I'm
He
gonna
spent
do
he
this.
spent his whole
It's really
budget on the
bad.
reflection.
I did the entire time. It's cool.
Yikes. That's rough.
Starlight loses next contestant.
Oh my god.
We'll go.
Wait, hold on a
what
damn
the
minute. Wait,
fuck
wait.
is
That
that?
picture of the Buccaneer, it's got wingtip guns?
Okay, go back.
Is this some fantasy Buccaneer?
No, that's
That's
just like a
some, like-
pitot tube or something.
Is that like a
Not a real
concept?
thing.
No, it's not. It's got seriously.
It
It's got
doesn't
guns
even have-
and wingtips.
That's
That's
not
not
a
even
gun.
the right. It's not even a real Buccaneer. That's like a cartoon Buccaneer.
It doesn't even have the gun on the top of it
Doesn't
either.
have
Got
the
on
dorsal
bottom
gun.
of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the dorsal gun.
You could take that off.
God,
Oh,
Qualar,
yeah.
horrible this.
I googled Star Citizen Buccaneer. Okay, I'm not
You
going to
should've
throw
known,
every under the bus,
like-
but every should make these from now on because I'm really bad at this.
Look, if you let Every do your job for you, then we can't give you shit.
Well, even when Every did the job, he still left part of it out.
Fair enough. All right.
So basically,
Who's
it's your
next?
fault,
I'm
Qualar.
so sorry.
It's every
No,
turn.
don't be sorry. Every, you're fine.
It's not your
Every
fault.
it is.
You're
There you go,
completely
Mitch.
fine.
There you go,
I think
Every.
I could get this one. I could get this one,
Every, you
but Every
guess
got
what
it.
ship this is. There you go. Every's turn. He gets a chance.
Charmander.
Every.
I see it. I see it.
Oh god, I see it
Oh,
too. It
no.
looks like his little hands. It looks like we
'Cause
ripped
it looks like
Charmander's
it.
head off. Oh my god.
Qualar, you ripped Charmander's head off. How dare you?
Oh no.
It's Clefairy. Fuck.
Yeah, this has got to be like some war crime. You ripping someone's head off.
I'm sorry. I had a very limited time. Okay, I pulled Charmander from the internet and just had
Okay, hold on. Hold on.
I don't
Can
know
I-
what the people in chat
You
are
nailed
saying.
it.
I'm gonna go look real quick.
Let's see. Poor Qualars.
It's- It's just Logi.
I'm gonna pass because I don't know what it is. I'll pass
should
it to
just bring
somebody
all
else.
of
Freelancer. It's Freelancer. I bet it's Freelancer.
It's a
No.
freelancer?
No.
I know what it is.
All I know is what it is.
I genuinely don't know what this is.
I
I'll
know what
pass
it
it
is
to
because it's such a
Sarlacc.
stupid ship.
Oh,
think it's
so
a
it's
Mustang.
Terrapin. Got it.
Nah, it doesn't look like a.
Yeah,
Terrapin.
Mustang's a good choice, but I don't know. It's got.
Oh,
Oh
It's
god, it's
Plastic
in a
like.
Gladiator.
No.
Or
Oh,
it's
it
not.
could be. No, I
No,
I
it's
see
not.
the
because of that
gladiator.
angle.
Yeah,
It's
I see
not.
the
That angle.
gladiator.
No, it's not.
I feel like it's
No.
the gladiator.
Wait, is that the
No.
Hornet? Because
It might be a Hornet.
Either a
I
hornet.
don't know. It could be anything. It's
I
just
think
such
it's
an
a
abstract.
gladiator.
Because that's
It's
such a.
fucking clearly Charmander.
Why does
The
part of me
wingtip
wanna
actually made
say-
me.
No,
That's the
this is-
wingtip. You know?
This is a ship
Part
that
of
is
me
a
wants
very
to say
unique.
Argo Raft.
Why would
Obviously.
it be an Argo?
What were you saying,
Prospector?
Qualar? Unique what?
It's got a unique wingtip. This one's very unique.
Unique wingtip?
Yeah, the
Hurricane?
wingtip.
I think it's the gladiator.
It's a hurricane.
I was
It's a
gonna
hurricane.
say
It's a
Scorpius,
hurricane.
and now he says that, I want to say Scorpius.
It's a
even more,
hurricane.
but I
It's a
don't think
hurricane.
it
It's a
is.
hurricane.
Oh,
Oh.
it's a 300.
That's not a real picture either. Qualar, you're
Yeah,
fine.
what the fuck's wrong with you? That's like the OG 300.
I don't know where I found the picture.
Dude, that's like
I
the
like
pre-alpha
it, but
300.
it's-
Jesus.
See, this is where I'm saying that Every did better than this because she picked photos that were actually in
Hold
the
on.
game.
Hold
used
on.
Google.
You don't-
Photos from the game.
Hold on, hold on.
That's what
Go on
Every
the game
did.
and take some
Wait,
fucking
wait.
screenshots.
Quail-
That's what Every did.
How
I
long?
didn't do that.
Hold on. Quailer, relax. I got one question for you. How long have you been playing Star Citizen? And that's not what a fucking 300 series looks
That's what
like.
it
I mean,
looks
like if you
That is
if
what
you
it looks
Google
like.
300, if you Google 300i and just hit images, the first thing that comes up is the right ship.
Like the Buccaneer, I'll give him a pass because it was close. This is hilarious.
This is what a 300
This is a
looks like.
meme. No,
it's
that is
not.
like
No. No.
What do you mean?
That's
no?
what the 300i that's flying in traffic at Area 18 looks like.
It's close enough.
With the polygons and everything, dude. Look at it.
Yeah.
Okay, so the
we'll
answer
just
was
call this throwback. This is the throwback game show where we put up the wrong pictures.
this is just random
Hey,
card
how
number
long
3 from
have
Area
you been
18. That's the
playing?
correct answer.
The silhouette is close enough to where you could have gotten it.
Just move
okay?
on.
No.
This is pretty- What?
No,
It's
it's
gaslighting
just-
us.
It
Quail-
hasn't looked
Stop
like that since
gaslighting us.
2016.
Just
we
move
need,
on.
we just need the colors to fade in.
Move on.
Bloody.
Fucking asshole.
Next.
Who's next?
Bro, that is literally a couple cubes in floating space, bro.
Oh, I know
What
it.
do you-
I got it. I know it.
That's a hammerhead. Okay,
Yeah,
that's a
that looks
hammerhead.
kind of like a hammerhead.
Yeah.
That's the only thing it
Yeah,
can
the
be.
turrets.
Wait,
Next.
It's the
Turret.
It
Aegis
looks like
turrets.
hammerhead
Next.
turret.
Do I see 2 for flinching on there?
Is
Next.
that
I
super
see 2
flinching?
for flinching.
Next, before Jap starts crying.
Why would he have
Wait, I
start
probably
crying?
can't. Next, before Saalfeld starts crying.
Why would he start crying?
I
Next,
don't know.
we know what
Oh, wait.
it is.
Is it a Carrick?
No, it's a. Bro,
No. Those are Aegis turrets, bro.
Did he put the
I don't know.
OG Carrick on there?
no. Next.
Maybe. I don't know anymore.
Oh,
to be honest.
Anvil uses the same turret on the Centurion, but anyway, next.
Actually, yeah, no, that's probably a hammerhead.
Wow.
Yep.
Yep, it's a
There's no
hammerhead. Let's
super
go.
flinching.
Did I use the
See,
right
he got it
camera?
right this time.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad. You know, I
Everyone
don't
clap.
remember the
First snap.
the bottom of the butt of the hammerhead being that pointy. To be honest.
It is.
No,
Yeah,
it is that
it's
pointy.
always pointy.
I would know.
Is it really?
When you
that
get up
pointy?
close, you see that it's kind
Yeah.
of flat on the end, but
Yeah.
it's pointy.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's pointy.
Actually, speaking of my hammerhead, I haven't taken it out for a spin since I got it. Like whenever, I don't know. It's just been
Kinda
sitting in this.
You gotta do hammerhead
And-
shenanigans this weekend.
Yes,
Go blow
I'm
some
free
stuff up.
Sunday. I got work
Boxing in
tomorrow.
the cargo bay. Let's go.
Let's go boxing in the cargo
Put
bay.
distortions on all of its turrets. and
Actually-
then-
You can't though. There's not a distortion size 4, is there?
I don't think so.
The scatter.
Isn't there a size 4 distortion scattergun? Yeah. This
Oh,
salvation or
God,
something?
scatter.
Are you
For
sure there's
Absolution?
not the sucker punch like XL or something?
No, there's
it's
like an
size 3.
absolution, I think, is the
The
size
Sucker
4.
Punch XL is size 3.
Okay. I know there's not one bigger than XL, I think.
No, the only thing size 4 or larger in distortion is scattergun.
Put
What's
one
the
on each
absolution?
turret. If someone gets close enough, it's gonna fuck them up.
I would love to see.
I would like
Oh,
to
wait,
believe
absolution
that.
is size 5.
Oh,
It's not
Oh.
absolution, it's the other one.
I'd love to see a fully scattergun man. Like
Let's
hammerhead.
go. Yo,
Dude.
full
scatterguns.
ballistic
Oh, there's
scatters. Let's go.
There's a size 6 scattergun.
Can't shoot anything more than
Yeah.
600 meters.
Yeah, but every time we try and do something
Condemnation.
cool with like that on the hammerhead, it either like really sucks or just doesn't work. Like I
It's
put
like
the
going
C788s on there, or 800s, and they don't fucking work. It was so cool in concept, and then you fire once, and the dude just says, "Oh, did something just blow wind at me? I don't think so," and then blows my shit
I
up.
think we had the most fun when you put the 84Bs.
Yeah, the Angry Bees is the way to go with that shit.
Yeah, but then you guys instinctively just shoot in random directions. At least with
Yeah.
the C7-800s,
You gotta
it's
hire
so
better
slow that
gunners.
it doesn't.
Waste as much as quickly.
Yeah, it's slow, so you guys are like, "Oh, this isn't any fun to just pew," even though they make funny noises. Anyway,
I still not got to see that gunfire. In
That's
game. I
it for
missed
ship
that
shape,
shit.
boys.
Yeah, no more ship shape.
Maybe it'll be right next week.
No, I am glad we had a perfectly normal, completely issue-free ship shape. It's great. I look forward to more of Every's photos
fine.
next week.
This is why
Flawless.
Ember's
What
better at the
fucking
job.
fantasy land? What fucking fantasy land is Qualar living in?
I'm living in the fantasy world.
It's Qualar's world. We just live in it.
where the ship
I
shape
take your realities.
was
I
replaced.
take your
Southern
realities and
United
do it with my own.
United States.
I don't claim to be Floridian. I
Lord.
identify as anything else.
Florida man creates show and fucks it up.
I have a passport to Florida.
You have to have a
Passport
passport to go to Florida?
You might as
Yeah,
well
it's its
have.
own fucking world.
Is that in Ohio?
Ohio's not real.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
Ohio's
What the
disgusting.
fuck are you talking about?
Everyone says Ohio's wildin', but I don't know about Ohio. You been to Portland? This small town is
Have
fucked
you
up.
been to Eastern Ohio?
Still in
No,
Ohio.
That is fair. I
fucking-
haven't been to Eastern Ohio.
Dude, it's sketchy.
Why specifically Eastern Ohio?
Because anything east
No,
of Columbus
map.
is very fucking
Like, you
sketchy.
already called out Ohio as not a real location. You're gonna single out Eastern Ohio as a fictional.
Yes. I am going to 100% single Eastern Ohio.
Dude, of course it's a real
Eastern
location.
Ohio
There's a
is in
song that's
another
literally
planet.
called Ohio, bro.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's primarily because that's where my in-laws live.
Oh, that's,
10
Oh, I see
soldiers
how it is.
and Nixon's coming.
oh my
Closer
goodness.
to Pittsburgh, so it's all fucked up.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Approaching.
Oh,
no!
It's approaching here, guys. And then-
Thank God.
30Ks are fun. Never happens about 3 years. No, it's well, looking forward to Smash or Pass next week because I don't want to do another ship showdown if y'all gonna be beating me.
I'm so excited for Smash or Pass.
Smash or
Me
Pass would be
too.
Great. I wanted to do it. She made some really good videos.
Guys,
I
he's
couldn't
going.
get the pause
Okay,
to
check
work
it out. He's going. Okay, check it out.
Sorry, I
he
gave
did
him
it.
to you so late.
No, it ain't your fault.
Yeah, it's my bad.
I didn't even
No, it's
start doing
It is.
this show
Nope.
until like 8 o'clock, and
It'll
had all
never
busy.
be your fault. It will always
He
be
last
Quaylar's
minute
fault.
prepped this
No.
whole thing.
I did. Yeah, I had other things. I
But
had
he
to do.
also had like fucking space herpes or something for a week, so he's
That
got
is
to pass.
true.
He had spurps.
That is very true.
Yeah.
I didn't feel good at all this.
Earth got into the water system again? Damn it.
You know what?
He committed a great crime.
According to
He did it in the water tower.
Yeah. I'm
Well,
looking at the Origin 300i, and he's right. The first image that pops up is the correct image.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Which search engine
The
does
first
it use,
five,
is
the first
question.
5 are legit.
You know what I
You
really
did
did?
it.
I didn't even search for specific ships. I searched for Star Citizen transparent ships, and that's
On
what
Ask
came up.
Jeeves. That's why it's outdated.
So it probably came
I'm
from
going
some
to
old
send this to
Did
you.
you-
Just
Did you use? Oh my
Used-
God! He picked the first
He used
fucking image that
Ultimate.
popped
Yes,
up
I
and he
did.
did that Google search.
I
You
did.
lazy cunt.
I was panicking, okay? I was trying to get Special Pass in, and then I was like, every please help me, and then I realized it was like 30 minutes before the show, and I'm like, oh god, I have to have something, so I just
Whoa.
googled the first images.
You didn't ask for my help.
God.
I didn't
I
ask
totally
for your
would've-
help.
You could
coulda
go to
just
you could
threw
go
a
to
ping
Star
out.
Hanger and get
Man
easy
just got
transparencies of
exposed.
everything.
You could do that too, or you could put a ping out and say, "Hey guys, I need things." But then
I
again,
need
no
broken
one
Yeah.
could
ships.
do-
Yeah, but see,
participate
then
then.
y'all would participate. And so that's why I'm like, I don't know. But no, I usually do these. The last week I did it on Wednesday, so like the Wednesday before. Today I literally just didn't have time, so yeah. So we'll fix we'll fix it for next week, which will be the cargo craze theme. Doing cargo stuff because
Whole C, let's go.
I'm not a fan of the whole C. Not a real
Go
fan
fuck
of the whole
yourself.
series.
You go fuck yourself.
I tried, and
Whoa.
it still didn't give me the energy to want to like the whole scene. It's just, I don't know.
Ladies
Something
and
about
gentlemen, next week we'll find out he tried.
The only thing I'm curious about the whole sea is that apparently it has like large enough living space to have like a whole medical bay, which is odd to me for some
It
reason.
allegedly has medical facility.
Yeah, which is interesting because
That's not defined though.
no.
Who
I'm
knows
just-
what that means?
Well, I'm scared it's like you're gonna give a ship like the whole sea a medical facility, but the whole sea would be like, I mean, I get it's completely different cargo, but it's on par with like something like, I don't know, like the C2 or the Connie series, you know, and those ships are fairly large and would have enough living space if you laid it out correctly, like the Connie. Like the Connie Phoenix is probably the best laid out constellation. Like they wouldn't be large enough to warrant like a small medical room, like a clinic room, you know, for medical treatment.
Oh,
it's
so my
interesting the whole
question-
sea would get it over
My
those
question
ships.
is, and since we're on the topic, I'm going to talk about it. Why wouldn't a long haul cargo vessel have a med bay?
I'm not saying it's against it. I'm just saying it's odd to me that the
Think about
other
the-
ships of similar
it's-
size don't have like the Hammerhead. Why wouldn't the Hammerhead have a medical facility on it? You have a
Okay.
crew of what is it like a crew of 10 at least at most. So
Well,
why
the-
wouldn't you have a medical facility on board?
It says
As
that it has a
someone-
full cab, sleeping quarters, and medical interface. That's
As
all it says.
someone-
Medical interface.
Maybe
As
it's
someone
like the.
I'm gonna have a stroke. As someone who has spent a lot of time on ships now, it's weird because these spaceships are supposed to be aircraft X boat, and the difficult thing is whenever I'm on ships in Star Citizen now, I'm like, where's the mess hall? Where's the cabins? Where's the sick bay? Where's like everything? I understand you can't fit everything in these ships, and you don't need everything on these ships, but a lot of it's kind of like. Hell, ships that are, like one of the vessels I
Yeah,
was
like
on.
the Carrack and the 890 are the most believable, livable ships right now.
Yeah. Like the Phoenix should have at least, if not like a full med bay, I would say like a medical closet, probably.
Where you sit down
the
and have
Hammerhead
blood
would have
pressure.
the same
You have that
on
blood
the
pressure
Phoenix,
machine.
on the
where you
Phoenix,
put
there's
your
like a
arm through it.
drop-down locker in the bar with a bunch of band-aids.
Yeah, I mean, it's just weird how it's weird to scale things because it's like that's supposed to basically be a yacht, and it's like whatever, it's a yacht, right? But then you have the 890, and it's like that's a super yacht. Like, why does that have all the amenities and this one doesn't? Like,
Yeah, what are you supposed to
especially
do if the bartender cuts himself while he's slicing limes?
or when he smashes his head against something and whatever, right? But
Yeah.
even military vessels like the Hammerhead, it should have all the amenities: a little
Oh
armory,
yeah.
a med bay. Like, it's just, it doesn't have those things. You're like, but why? Especially since it's like a scouting ship too, as well as like just a swatting ship. Or a gnat swatting ship. It's a scouting vessel too. So I don't know. At least it has a snack room.
Yeah.
Vessel.
Snack room.
At least it has a snack room that if you put any kind of chips or substance down, everything explodes.
But see, like
I said, Hammerhead has been immune to that for whatever reason.
But like, I mean, with ships like like the 890, it is the mega yacht. It has everything. That's like its selling point. And then the Carrack, it's the long haul. The Connies, I'm not sure. Definitely the Aquila should have a med bay or something.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying. The Constellation is just large enough to warrant it. A better laid out Constellation, you know, with like the whole living quarter area can be redone. There's a lot of stuff you could redo with the Constellation series that would make a lot more sense.
But the C2 is like a weird case because you brought that up. Because the C2, yeah, it's super long haul kinda, but it's also 2 people.
Yeah, it's meant to be
He's right.
middle crew. I mean, it's meant to be middle crew on it, and it's actually
The
you
C-
got a
the-
C2. It's got room for 4 beds, I think, right? Four people living.
The
So it's supposed to have like 2
C2 has
people-
2 beds.
Well, 2 beds, but it's supposed
The
to be like a rotation.
M2 has 4, I think.
Well, C2 is supposed
Yeah.
to be like a rotation.
Maybe
thing where
eight.
you're taking
Starfighter-
Yeah,
shifts.
all long haul ships are supposed to have rotating crews, so people
Starfighters
are not
prime
like
mission.
always on the job.
The Starlifter's primary
but even
mission is
then-
vehicle drop off, vehicle transport and drop off.
Well, it's cargo too, not just vehicle. It's
No, I said its primary mission. It was built for vehicle transport.
Yeah, that's what the M2 was primarily for, was like military drop off.
The C2 was the last one created.
Yeah, which is the civilian version for cargo and vehicle transport.
Yeah.
Um,
Multi-role.
Yeah.
Move
it's
big stuff.
well, see, here's another thing. It's
Whatever
like
that big stuff
It's
is.
like the Caterpillar. The Caterpillar is another ship that, like, it doesn't have a functional, like, use interior-wise, but the layout
The Drake
is
ship.
easy enough. Yeah, but the layout is a good example of a ship that could very easily, it should probably have, like, a medical facility stuff. And obviously, the Caterpillar is modular.
The
that's-
Caterpillar pisses me off because it's
the
actually the
modules.
most boat ship.
Yeah.
And that's where I get lost. Is everything scaled as an more like a plane deal and spaceship rather than a boat? And I see most of those bigger ships as boats more than like C-30s or whatever, right?
More than aircraft, yeah.
Yeah, that's just me. But and that's where my scaling's off. It's like, why is everything so small? Because I step on a boat for work every day, and it's like, this thing's fucking huge. The dry dock is, it's one of those deals. Everything's small for me, but to anyone else, it's like, man, this is big. If you're a plane guy, I don't know.
Hi. Asshole.
Well, as we like to do every episode, starting weeks ago, we say, what mess is this? And this is how we end the show. We show a random thing in a week. And this random thing is a very interesting one. It's a nice glitch here of shaders just kind of freaking out. So what a show with some nice little.
Did you delete your shaders?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know, but it's a very interesting scenario of things that have
Is
happened.
this a clip of you? Are you related in this somehow?
Yeah, this
This is
Yeah,
both
this
cool
Starfire is
and
way less.
stupid.
Yeah, this is the thing that happened to me, and I
Dude.
don't know what happened with this.
Bro,
Dude,
did you
that's
turn on the
what-
80s retro filter?
Bro,
No.
bro,
Man,
This
definitely turn on the
literally-
retro filter.
this literally looks like something straight out of Cyberpunk.
Yeah, my computer.
Not
just kinda
even Cyberpunk
freaked
is
the
this
hell out.
bad.
Yo, Far Cry
That
3
seems-
Blood Dragon
that
got a
seems
new
like
DLC drop.
Driver problems.
Right.
Oh.
Uh-oh. It's like, oh well. Gotta see at the menu.
Alright, restart the stream. Let's start it up with Smash or Pass.